A treat here. Joining us now is Angie Marchese, the Director of Archives for Graceland.
Yes, I have the coolest job in the world. Can you imagine working at Graceland every day?
No. I'm so excited. And we have gloves on because you have artifacts here.
Yes, I do. We actually just opened 3 new exhibits down at Graceland this year, so there's plenty of new things to see. One of our first exhibits is all about the year 1956 because that was the first year Elvis got his first gold record, which we have here for Heartbreak Hotel. Selling 1 million copies in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks?
In 3 weeks, he sold 1 million copies.
Holy cow.
Yep. And he also made his first movie and was on television for the very first time. Basically, every time Elvis woke up in 1956, he did something that would become phenomenal and amazing. And so we have an interactive timeline now where you can actually kind of walk through the year and kind of walk through the year in Elvis's life and kind of experience how crazy it was back then.
That's cool.
Another exhibit that we have is Elvis, his groundbreaking, hip-shaking, news-making story. As you can imagine, it's all about media.
Right.
Which this is a perfect venue to talk about.
Yeah.
Back in the 50s, of course, media had no idea how they were going to cover Elvis because he was just so unique and had this phenomenon on their hands. And eventually, Elvis kind of changed the way media covered celebrities, and that's what this exhibit covers. And one of the highlights, of course, is when Elvis went to Washington to meet Nixon. Here we have the actual DEA badge. Would you like to hold it?
Oh, absolutely.
That's the badge that Nixon gave Elvis.
Holy cow.
In the Oval Office.
It's got his name on there and everything.
Yeah. And then the gold belt is what Elvis was wearing in that famous picture of Elvis and Nixon, which is the most requested photograph from the National Archives.
That is awesome. And then...
The Grammy. This is Elvis's first Grammy. Trivia, Elvis never won a Grammy for rock and roll.
For gospel.
Yes, you're right. And this is for How Great Thou Art. And it's part of our Roots of Elvis exhibit, which explores Elvis's musical influences, his growing up in the church with gospel music and rhythm and blues, and kind of his sense of fashion and style, and where he was influenced by all of that.
This is the closest I've ever been to a Grammy.
Would you like to hold it?
Absolutely. If you go to our website, kplr11.com, you can find out more information about the Elvis exhibit in Graceland. This is the coolest thing that's happened on this show, maybe.
Elvis is always the coolest thing that ever happens everywhere.
Angie Marchese from Graceland, thank you so much for
You're
your time.
welcome.
Go to our website, kplr11.com, to find out more information about Elvis and Graceland.